Right, lads, today we are looking at the #1 Super Yeti player in the game who finished last season at #1 global with this Super Yeti strategy. It is a Fireball Super Yeti strategy with an Apprentice Warden, Titan, 4 Super Yetis and Healers, Warden Walk into Fireball. Here are the spells that we're going to be using, and this is the #1 Fireball attack in the game right now. I know someone requested that I did a Fireball strategy, so I decided to pick the #1 player. So let's get into some attacks. I've been practicing with it a little bit, so let's see if we can get some 3 stars. Let's go right into it. Alright, our first base is a double rage base. Interesting. So usually when I'm fireballing, I want to hit a building where I can get like a rage tower out of the way. So ideally I want to get rid of the monolith if I can. I think that seems like a good plan. The monolith or the multi-gear tower is going to be a good start. So I'm actually going to start my warden right down here and put the healers down. I think they're not going to be targeted. Yeah, the healers won't be targeted in this area, so it's safe to put them down. And we're just going to wait for this warden to take out some buildings so we can get some pathing and get to the monolith for the fireball. I think that's going to be the ideal place to land the fireball. Monolith, I mean, maybe the ricochet cannon if possible. I just don't know if I have enough invisibilities to do that, or if it's just too risky. Because honestly, if you land the fireball with this strategy, it usually just goes over pretty well. After this, I'm going to ice block him so he just doesn't go too far there. Okay, so ice block, invis, earthquakes, fireball, there we go, monolith, perfect. Got that entire compartment down. We did not get the clan castle, but I don't think that's actually the end of the world. I'm going to let the warden go a little bit further, and then I'm going to send the queen on the outside to funnel. Hopefully get that scatter shot. Okay, so good thing we didn't have to deal with those Teslas. Okay, so my warden is going in a little deep. I'm going to use the test loon there. Let's have him get the scatter shot first. I don't want to run close on time either, so I'm going to set the funnel up really shortly. So after the scatter shot, boom. So now queen, Super Yeti's in. So full send everything into the base now, because we're going to want to push everything forward. Get the siege barracks down and send everything in. We want that king to go in so we can use those earthquake boots to really get into the base. Wall break that. That doesn't really look like anything's going to happen. I'm going to poison the furnace back there. Going to get rid of the clan castle troops pretty easily. We have the giant, the P.E.K.K.A.'s falling on the outside. Rage tower's triggered. Let's jump into the core. I don't think the wall's broken, so let's just jump him over. We have the queen over there, getting the minion prince, which is pretty good. Let's use this invisibility spell. Okay, I want to use my royal champ on the back end to help speed things up. Let's use, okay, a rage spell on the healers to keep those yetis alive. They're kind of low. Where's my king? Okay, use the king ability. Okay, so it looks like we're doing pretty good. I just don't want to go too low on time. I have my royal champ ability. Let's use my skeleton spell. I have a freeze left over. Baby dragon help clean up. We have plenty of troops left, it looks like. The warden, the royal champ, is going to be healing. The queen is going to be healing. We have this freeze, which I'm going to use right now. Okay, royal champ, I cannot let that die. Let's use that. Headhunters for cleanup, and it looks like we have plenty of time to get through the rest of the base. Nothing else to really take down, and that is how you do it. It looks like we're starting off with a strong 3-star to start the show. Alright, this Super Yeti strategy is definitely very strong. Seems like it's very consistent. I'm not the best fireball user, but honestly, if I'm getting these attacks done pretty easily, I would say that you guys can learn this strategy pretty well. Alright, let's get into another attack. Let's see what kind of base we find. Okay, perfect. Another rage tower base. So, honestly, the same plan. I want to get my warden fireball on that rage tower if I can. Let's see, which side should I go for? I think I'll just start my warden walk down here in this corner with the healers now, and I think I'm just going to try to fireball that rage tower. If I can hit that rage tower, I'm getting a ton of value. So I just want to see how many defenses I'm going to have to take down to get that, because I don't want to definitely lose it. Definitely the worst thing it can be to lose my warden early. Okay, so I'm under a lot of damage right now, and now there's Teslas, so I'm going to just use a rage spell, keep the warden going. Let's have him take out a few more buildings, and I'm probably going to ice block him any moment now. After he takes that mortar down, we ice block. Or no, let's let him take this down once that rage is running out. Okay, let's just ice block right now. Perfect. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Get there. Fireball. Okay, the Inferno Tower. Not the end of the world if I'm missing that. Okay, do not want to get my warden dead. Okay, so I do have all these. Don't want to let the warden die at all. That is close. I cut that really close. Okay, we want to make sure these troops are going in. Let's set the funnel with the queen. Siege barracks. Kind of late to the show here. At least the monolith is going for these. I'm going to jump right here. Force everything into that rage compartment. We have the healers going there. We need the king to go in, which is great. Super dragon coming out of the clan castle, which is great. Okay, we have that rage tower going off now, which is amazing. I could probably send my royal champ here. Use a skeleton spell on the back end. Use my king. Where's my king? I don't need to. But let's just use my king ability to help take out some of these raged buildings to keep all my army alive. That super dragon needs to go down. It's becoming a big issue now. Okay, my super dragon is finally dead. Let's use a baby dragon over here. And it looks like we have a ton of troops left. That king is going to break into the wall on the back end. I have some wall breakers that I can use as well, but it doesn't seem like I need to use any of this. Okay, don't want my royal champ to die. Let's use the ability. And we have the hog puppet on the royal champ actually this time instead of the what's it called? The rocket spear. Apparently he was using it. I think from Big Country Clash of Clans when he did a video on this strategy, he suggested to use that. So I think that is what was being used. I'm not sure if it was the rocket spear, but it looks like we're crushing this base as well. Our warden is dead, and it looks like we are getting that 3-star again. So again, if you're just landing the fireball, you can and keeping your warden alive for the majority of the attack, it's likely you're going to succeed and get a 3-star. So that's a good second 3-star of the day. Let's see if we can finish out strong and get our third and final 3-star. Let's see. All right. Wow, the rage towers. I'm telling you, these things are meta 100%. Going for the same exact plan. We do have a hook tower, which might be an issue. But it might actually help if I can get my king hooked. So, like I said, the same thing applies. I'm going to go for a fireball on the rage tower. So let's start the warden down here. Let's make sure the healers are going. Let's use a test balloon just in case there's black mines. And let the warden go, do its thing for a little bit. Hopefully no Teslas pop up because they can cause issues. If I'm missing the fireball, I definitely don't want that to happen. That can be an issue. So let's just make sure, okay, there is a hidden Tesla right there. Luckily, it's not doing too much. I'm gonna rage my warden because I just don't see the point in using a rage later. I just wanna make sure my warden is getting tons of value. Okay, so it looks like it's going there. If we can take that multi-archer tower and then we go and, okay. I'm not really a fan of that tornado trap. It's going to bring my warden a little bit closer. Okay, let's just ice block him right now. Oh, shoot. There he goes. That is so terrible. Let's just use the fireball right now. That was just so bad. Okay, so we did get a rage. Can we recover this is the question. Jeez, that was... I knew that hook tower was going to be an issue. I had a feeling. And, like, it took out all my healers and everything. So, this is probably going to be a fail. Unfortunately, yeah, these hook towers are completely terrible. Okay, yep, exactly. This is going to be an absolutely disaster of an attack. There's no way I'm going to be able to save this at this point. Jeez, what? Like, this is terrible. Completely terrible. And this is the problem. If you don't know how to use the fireball correctly, or just the hook tower. The hook tower was the main culprit of this. I did not realize how long range it had. Okay, let's use my king ability, open up to the back end. Okay, queen's just dead. I just completely forgot about that. Can I use the skeleton spell to at least save anything? I'm going to have to use this royal champ charge to save things. Okay, my royal champ is just leaving. Okay, he just doesn't even want to stay in the invisibility spells. Doesn't even look like I'm going to be able to get the 2-star here. It would be an absolutely miracle at this point if I'm able to save that. Let's see if I can get that 2-star salvage. Okay, we're going for the town hall. Okay, let's use that. Come on, royal champ. Can we get the town hall? We have the P.E.K.K.A. Did not use my poison spell. Okay, we did salvage the 2-star. That was an absolute disaster of an attack. I don't think I've ever had an attack go this bad on this channel so far. So, like I said, This is the #1 strategy in the game for Fireball, but I am not a good Fireball user whatsoever. I definitely prefer other strategies. I prefer the Royal Champ Root Riders over this any day. I never use Fireball attacks, but if you can avoid your Warden getting hooked and fireballing, you'll be just fine in taking out the majority of bases. This was just the worst thing ever. So with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video.